Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slang Hope. I got another video for y'all. In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between hoes, and side chicks, right? Now, I ran across a video of a woman breaking down the differences, right? So I'm going to let y'all hear it, and I'm going to go into my commentary and kind of like, give my own little 2 cents of it. But you already know, before I even get into the video, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, man, so we can grow this channel, man. I'm trying to reach my goal. I'm trying to get to 20,000, man. I just need y'all help. Come on, I'm almost there. I'm like 850 away. But y'all can help me, man. Y'all can help me. I believe in you. But anyway, let's get into the video, man. Let's get into the video. Let's stop playing games. Let's get into the video of what the sister was saying.
So, a married man, is it safe to say that is it safe for him to have some hoes?
No, he shouldn't have hoes. He can have a side chick, but he can't have hoes. Yeah, hoes are dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh. You really only can fuck with hoes when you're on the come up and you don't have nothing to lose yet.
Yeah.
Side chick she's dependable. She's trustworthy. She knows exactly what her job is.
She's not gonna your shit up.
Yeah, and that's a good side chick. Okay, some men try to make hoes side chicks. You can't do that. Because hoes will expose you, exploit you, tell your business. You can't do that. Now, you have some women who are side chicks. Some women are not mentally capable of living with a man full time. Like, some women will tell you, I need him to give me something and go. Some women cannot live with a man, whether it be due past trauma. It could be her personality type. So those are the women normally who are ordained to be side chicks. And they going to know, me and him don't got no bills together, no kids together. It's strictly fun. My job is to not bicker our business private, not call him after 10 o'clock. That keep a lot of...
Side chicks keep a lot of marriages happy. I remember a while back, me and Kyle made a video, and we were talking about how, like, hoes keep marriages happy, or they keep them going or some sort. I forgot the title of the video. That's kind of like what she said at the end, like when it kind of like went off. She said that, they keep people happy, right? The side chicks. Now, she mentioned a few things that I kind of like want to break down, right? Which she definitely made a differentiation between hoe and side chick. And she is right. For the most part, hoes are just wild. They're reckless. They ruining households. They don't know their position. They don't know they can't call at a certain time. They try to expose you, like she said. They try to exploit you. They try to blackball you. They try to take sneaky pictures. They don't know their position, right? They're wild. They aren't tamed, right? And they'll try to ruin your marriage, right? They have high hopes of, maybe I could be there, or sometimes they just don't be caring. They don't care about themselves, which is why they just be giving themselves to anybody and everybody. They're reckless with their own self, right? So imagine how they're gonna be with other people, right? It's just like if a person does not respect themselves, and what respect do you think they're gonna give others, right? It starts with self. On the other hand, she said the side chicks are dependable, right? They're trustworthy, meaning like they could keep your secrets, right? Like they not, and more importantly, they know their position, meaning they're not jumping out of bounds. And sometimes side chicks be having their own little situations going on, and so they dependable, right? When you need them, they there. Hoes is sometimes when you need them, man, these hoes be somewhere else hoeing, doing some other shit, right? Side chicks is a little more classy joints. You know what I'm saying? Classy. They kind of like classy hoes in a way, right? Like they do the little thing if they like you, right? They not doing it for everybody, right? They freak off with a certain selective few. But they be freaking off, just not like as reckless as the hoes, right? So it's a little degrees, right? I would even argue that you might be able to turn a side chick into a housewife. I might argue that. Now the hoe, different story, but the side chick. I remember Sue Surf said this in the song, upgrade the side chick status because she earned it, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes side chicks, because they're trustworthy, and they're dependable, and they know how to play their position, sometimes you have the possibilities to be able to upgrade them, right? Because they have these good qualities already in them. The next point I wanted to get to is what she said about some women can't live with a man, right? And the way that I'm gonna break that down and interpret it is like some women are just not meant to be wives. And I think that that's like kind of like the problem today in our society. I think that a lot of women were not raised to be wives, just like a lot of them were not raised to be feminine. You know, a lot of them were not raised to be cooperative. A lot of them was not raised to know when to yield, know when to be quiet, know when to fight, know when not to fight. Like, a lot of them have not been raised as wives, right? And because they haven't been raised as wives, they can't coexist with a man in a certain way. Which is why a lot of chicks are side chicks. Man, some of our mamas were side chicks. Let's just be real. And if your mama was a side chick, the probabilities of her raising a side chick are very high. Let's just keep it real, right? Just like if your mama was a hoe, the probabilities of her raising a hoe is high. Because she's gonna raise you and instill certain principles in you, right? So back to what she says, some women can't live with a man in a certain way, so they settle with the I'm just gonna get wee from them from time to time because I don't want the responsibility. You got a lot of women that think like this. I don't want the responsibility of having to answer to a man. I don't want the responsibility of a relationship. I don't want the responsibility of rearing a household or you know, even compromising. Like, some people are not geared to even understand relationship dynamics and how it takes a lot of sacrifice, right? This is why people are jumping in and out of situations, because they don't understand the determination, the drive, the commitment that it really takes to even be in something like that. That's why people get married, they get divorced fast. That's why people get in relationships, the first time there's an issue, they out of it, they gone. Because a lot of times they never even seen their mamas in a committed relationship. A lot of these women, they haven't seen, they never seen nobody get a mama flowers, which also kind of like affects guys, right? Because a lot of men didn't grow up seeing their mamas get no flowers. They didn't grow up seeing no consistent man around. They didn't grow up seeing a man shower their mom or care for them or you know, or be caring and take care of them. So a lot of men also, on the other hand, can't do these things, right? But we're not talking about the man right now. We're talking about the sisters, right? So back to the sisters, she said a lot of women, they just can't do that, right? So they settle for the side chick status and they play their position. Whenever I want some wee wee, I'm gonna call what's the name. A lot of chicks will tell you they got wee wee on dial. They got wee wee on, you know what I'm saying? They just call a dude, and they might just, it's not in a relationship. There's no work. How can I say it? There's no responsibility, right? There's no responsibility. There's no accountability. It's situationships is what we call them, right? And you know, whenever they want to smash, they know where to go. They know who to do it with. And some of these sisters, they're not really getting around, right? They just have like a consistent wee-wee. And these are the side chicks, right? But yeah, I think it's very hard to, if you don't raise your daughters to be wives, or if you don't raise your sons to be husbands, they're gonna spend their lives, if that's even what they want, because nowadays people don't even want that, right? But they're gonna spend their lives trying to figure out how to be a husband and how to be a wife. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. And let me know, are you a hoe or are you a side chick? Or do you think you're a wife? Maybe I should have did it like that. But yeah, I just think it takes a little more to be a wife. And usually you have to be raised. Those principles has to be instilled in you as a youngin. Especially if your parents came from a marriage. And a lot of us didn't come from marriages, right? So it's very hard to kind of like grow up with the marriage mindset. It's almost like marriage now is like some Disney fairy tale, right? But it's like nobody's really putting the foot forward to kind of like educate our sisters or our brothers to be marriage minded, or what does it mean to be a husband, or what does it mean to be a wife. A lot of our sisters actually got to go to charm school. But that's a whole nother conversation. Charm school is a whole nother conversation, probably for a whole nother video. Right? But yeah, and then, you know, and you can't even tell sisters that, right? You can't even tell them about, or maybe have you ever thought about going to charm school, because it becomes offensive, it becomes a problem, there's an issue, like, so even if you're trying to help these sisters out, it's a problem, right? But I feel like I'm going away from the conversation, and this is why when sisters say I'm feminine for the right man, it's BS, right? And the reason that it is BS is because some of these sisters were never raised in an environment that taught them how to be feminine. They were never raised in conditions, right, that allow them. I don't want to say allow, because I feel like you either feminine or you not. But we do know there is nature versus nurture. A lot of times the mamas that was raising these women, they were wild beasts too, right? They were, excuse my language, I sound a little crazy. But they was wild. You get the point. They was untamed. They was wild. And the children exhibit that behavior. You see young men, right? Young men be acting just like they mama out here. They don't respect nobody. They don't respect other men, just like they mama. They don't respect authority. They mouth off. They're very emotional. They, you know, and they getting shot. Because as a man, you got to be composed of your emotions, brother. You got to be composed, but because they're being raised by just the mom for whatever reason that the father's not around, right? I'm not trying to really get into that, but we see the children exhibit these behaviors 9 times out of 10. Sometimes you differentiate yourself from your parents, but a lot of times you usually come out like them. So a lot of these sisters grew up in this toxic environment, and they never were feminine from the beginning. So for them to sit here and say, I'm just gonna flick a switch and I'm gonna become feminine, nah. You gotta be a wife before you even get married. You gotta have all of that. You gotta have the mannerisms. You gotta have the mentality. You gotta have the etiquette. You gotta have all of that before you even get into that situation. Just like you gotta be a husband. You gotta be of that mind, of that etiquette, of that morale before you even get there. You don't get there and then just think, okay, I'm gonna flick the switch and I'm gonna be a wife now and I'm gonna be feminine and I'm gonna be cooperative. No, that's not how that shit works. But I'm gonna end the video because I don't want to go too long. But let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Do y'all agree with her points of view? Do y'all think there is a difference between hoes and side chicks, or y'all just think she just bugging and do some stupid shit? But let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay blessed. Peace.